Okay, what was that? Just out of curiosity. Okay, that will boost. It does boost skills, so I can only boost one though instead of. Okay, so we didn't even need solar for that one. As soon as I get past that tank there, there's gonna be some thrall from the left side. Here you can definitely see how it feels to be a pain in the butt. Though the overload helped me out there a bit. I guess if you don't have solar, it's kind of... Well, you don't have an overload, I think, to help. Unless you somehow start this without killing him. About Oathkeepers that don't worry about timing to get the poison to proc. Hey, PGs. Roads are going pretty good for me. I've got, as you see, I've got 2 done. Lucky, I'm not sure. I haven't caught any of his wipes. I don't know if if he took a break either. I did take a break at some point, but yeah, he seems to be struggling a bit with the boss on whatever the hell it's called. Disgraced. That's the name of it. So I've done Disgraced and I've done Saber. Knocking out Devil's Lair now. I am hopeful that I can get this one done tonight, and then start working on Exodus Crash. So I actually haven't soloed Devil's Lair yet. I don't know if it's just because I just never wasn't bothering with solos last time Devil's Lair was around, or I mean that's probably it. I don't feel like this one should have. I don't feel like this one would have been particularly hard to solo. At least I'm hoping that that's gonna be the case. But Exodus Crash I also haven't done. And that one, I'm expecting the boss room to be a little bit of a pain, so I'm going to want time for that one. Like, that's probably my ceiling for today, is getting to Exodus Crash, but probably not completing it. If I can complete it, awesome. I mean, obviously, I got to complete Devil's Lair first, so like that's kind of like the minimum I'm going for. And then if I can get, make decent progress on Exodus Crash, I'll be pretty happy. Last way, I actually, even though that is probably the second hardest one on there, I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult. Mainly because we get this guy. Good old Monarque and overload bows. Honestly, the biggest thing with Devil's Lair was like, took a while to come up with a loadout, because you do actually have a respectable amount of each of the 3 shield types. So you kind of have to accommodate for that. And so like I was kind of going back and forth. I was like, well, maybe like solar is only fought here with wizards. Like, maybe I can just skip that. But there's a couple of yellow bar wizards. The ones in the opening sequence, you can leave the overload alive and hopefully kill everything else, except for the wizards, and he'll help break the shields for you because he does shoot solar. But like the two wizards coming up, I'm not sure how you would kill those, how you would break their shields. I don't think anything else does solar damage. I tried doing hard light and a machine gun for overload, and oh my god, that was awful. Like machine guns, especially in GMs for overload, are just terrible. Not only because it's, you know, a heavy weapon, but like they just don't do anywhere near enough damage. And as soon as you reload, good luck keeping overload applied. Like you pretty much have to do the reload dodge if you want to have any chance of that, I think. But anyway, how's your Tuesday going? What have you been up to? You been running any GMs or? I feel like anything with overload, you just gotta run the Monarque. I mean, yeah, I agree. I did try running Trinity Ghoul for the start of Saber, and unfortunately, just like in other ones, I would run Trinity Ghoul in non-Grandmaster stuff that had overloads, and it's just not consistent sometimes. Like you can just sit there and shoot all day, ensuring that you're getting the overload shot every time. And sometimes the overload just stands up and fucks right off. Doesn't care. And that happened on Lair the second try. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna try to fight through that, because it's Trinity Ghoul is still fantastic for the ad clear. Like if you're in a full group and somebody's already got La Monarque, sure, run Trinity Ghoul. It'll be a beast, but it is not great for overloads because it's just not consistent. And I mean, Tiku unfortunately is kind of the same way. I remember previous seasons having some consistency issues with it. So now if they were consistent, totally different story. But I mean, Monarque is still the king for when, like in Saber, when you have to fight those 3 overloads that are all crowded in that tiny room. Monarque's still absolutely king there. Because you can stun all 3, no problem, and keep them stunned. Ooh, how about you? Okay, any other surprises hiding? Yep. That was really bad timing on his part to leave. Did Glassway today. Gonna try to see if we can get through all 6 with Cap and Ollie when he hops on. Probably not all tonight, but maybe at least 3 to 4. There's some crazy besides things time you snipe when you play Trials Comp. I mean, I am willing to try it, but yes, I am definitely nowhere near your level. I mean, remember I was talking about like inconsistency, how I am inconsistent with like hitting the bow shot initially. Pretty much the same thing with sniping. I can have games where I can't miss, and then I'll have games where I can't hit anything. Probably start using that more often rather than waiting to heal out. Especially in a spot like this where like the only reason I would be getting hurt is if I willingly poke it out. Oh, that's... I was hoping that was not going to happen right away. So you healed. Hey, gamer. Yeah, we are doing... Lucky and I are doing a little bit of a friendly competition here. I'm excited to see who could get furthest through the 6 GMs solo. Started a little bit late. Like, we didn't start right at reset. Probably closer to like 2:30, honestly. So I think we're both aiming for getting like roughly 3 done. I've got 2 done, working on the 3rd. Lucky has unfortunately been having some problems with the first one in the boss room, but looks like he is back over there now, and hopefully we'll knock that one out so he can get started on Saber. Because I know Saber's one, I think the last time I was around, he worked on it, but that one was kind of his kryptonite. So I'm sure he'd like to knock that one out this season. Definitely good synergy with us with a quick swap to the Monarque. Yeah, I mean, again, when I can hit things, all consistently, and really that just means practice. But I mean, I am happy to mess around with sniping. Like, honestly, like when I was trying to run the card last weekend with Patty and Berserker, I didn't feel particularly useful, both because of how both, well, really more so Berserker. Like if Berserker wasn't like, you know, W key forward as much as he was, and held back even just a little bit, then I could probably feel more comfortable helping Patty out. Because Patty's a little more patient. He's still very aggressive, you know, when he feels like he has the upper hand, but you know, he's much more of a like pick your moment kind of person, which I can work with. But I definitely struggled trying to run with that, with Berserker flying around too. And then the map too, like I just don't, that may just be my, my experience level with the map, but I didn't feel like I don't know, I felt very restricted. Like I basically only had a handful of lanes that I could use, and if Berserker or Patty went to that lane, then I kind of couldn't do much, because I'm generally shooting them in the back of the head, because the lane's already taken, so I don't know. Maybe in a situation like that, maybe I'd be more inclined to just give flat-out sniping a try. Okay, so that's all hive up there. I do have my super. I didn't realize that. Get the wizard down. Nope. God, that wizard is so close though. Yeah, this is what I needed. I need to get them to come over here. blew up the other wizard. That's awesome. Thank you, Exploding Shake. Appreciate it. You are a credit to your kind. I've seen you be good with fusion sometimes. Sometimes that's good synergy with you too. You're generally best sniping, not so good at shotgunning. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm generally like that kind of jackable always kind of person. Like, I can generally be decent with most things, but I am definitely not like a god tier player with any particular weapon. Like close range is probably my biggest weakness. Since I do not have the like awareness when okay, this guy's immediately on my left. Okay, now he's immediately like behind me, or like especially with the radar, like I just cannot track people when I get in super close if there's space for them to move around. So holy crap, 1620. At least no corrupted. 1620s, that's a lot of bounties, or a lot of moon defending. I think I'd already gotten to these guys. Noble, thank you for the butt scratcher. Redemption. Gotta make sure to throw the redemption there, it just kind of sounds weird. Second group of, what was that? Why shouldn't there have been a second sniper there? Oh, so yeah, I am still only at 2 or 3. Fuck that asshole for not peeking out at all. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that really was the end. Okay. Should just have a couple guys over here. Ammo should be quite plentiful. Good there. Alright, nice. Lucky got the first ogre in the boss, first unstoppable in the boss room down. I think this is about where he has gotten to before, if I remember correctly. In game where the 1620 is like, eh. I actually do think these enemies are pretty beefy. Like, Navoda was pretty chunky. Saber was chunkier than I remember. Pretty sure you could just use the multi-tether super and then like one magazine of fusion, and he was almost dead. This time I think I needed 3 full mags of fusion and then some. So definitely seems like the enemies have been, like, they made a tweaking in their scaling or something, so now everything's kind of like where like harder GMs typically were in terms of just enemy beefiness. And I don't feel like they do as much damage still. Like I remember in Disgrace, the guys with shooting the void could shred you in like 3 to 4 hits. Now it's probably closer to like 6 to 8. Have to move forward here. We got the first room cleared for this one. So gets us to the first notch. Once we clear the tank area, that would be the second notch there. We're making pretty good progress, but I'm sure we're going to hit a wall pretty soon, too. If not, Exodus Crash, then, you know, probably Glass White. If not, if none of those, and absolutely Lightblade. Okay. Man, that beam of a hell of a range. That's done. Now we can start focusing these guys. One more guy over here. I don't know if there's a second sniper. I don't remember. Grace Smith was pretty early. I'll take it. Nice. Come on, bud. Poke your head back out. And you too. Thank you. I want to try to clear literally everything I can before summoning stuff here. Should be most of the vandals. So now, the question is, do I want to try to get the barrier? Or I just want to leave it? Honestly, I don't even know where the fuck it is. I have that extra ammo brick. Maybe try. He's hiding pretty well. I mean, if it's literally just him, as long as I don't mess with the tank, no overload should show up. Alright, let's actually go get the left one first. Be protected from the tank. Because that would be if the brig would, you know, move up a little bit. so doing the left tank first, or left brig first works, because then this one pushes up to a spot where you're also very well protected from the tank. Not quite the same protection against the super cannon. But that's probably where I'll just pop some heavy there, so I can pick up that rook. Should break literally any second. Alright, so we cleared those up. Need to get to the left side here. There's the barrier. Of course, he's right up next to the tank. That's unfortunate. Okay. Of course that didn't break him. Damn it. Of course there's something still alive. Not believe I've done all this without the tank even shooting at me once. Alright, stay far enough back, he doesn't even aggro, and you can murder all his buddies, as long as you don't give him line of sight. Fortunately, I think at this point I've got to that's a later shot coming my way. Alright, so he's aggroed finally. I know we gotta get to the left. Mess with the overload that's supposed to appear. I mean, it's a couple ticks of damage to get them to show up. fan of this. He's just literally walking. Where did that Arc Captain go? He's down. I think that just leaves the tank. I hear the dropship. So we wait. Curious if this is technically the same dropship. Like if I was to break the weapons, would they always be broke? Two of the Marauders. I got damage numbers on one. Three. I'm pretty sure there's 4 total. Yep, that's the danger with using it after the super, is that I get that stupid bonus grenade. So that overload's done. listen to the ship. Have to assume I got a ship coming in. Yep. Ooh, we got him. Now let's see if when it comes back, if they still have, if it doesn't have guns. Oh, oh, that was close. Alright, so what enemy group should that have been? Some more vandals? More snipers. Like not knowing where that sniper shot came from. I will break your shield with poison if I have to. I will say poison is very nice, and if you tag them just before they go into cover, they get in cover, continue to take damage, and then they freak out thinking that they're not in cover, so they leave it. Okay. So just one more wave of guys. There's the ship. Alright, so now does it have guns? It does. Unfortunate. Okay. It was an idea worth pursuing. Lucky just finished Disgrace. Nice. Move Lucky up the list. Woohoo! He also said purple monkey dishwasher for whatever reason. I mean, it is Lucky. Could be quite a moving up the list. Hey, 1 down, 5 to go.
Dude, how much fucking health does that bitch have? I bet you I shot 6,000 Arbalest shots. I'm probably underselling it. Like, good fucking God.
Yeah, they definitely tweaked things or fixed the scaling or whatever, because stuff is beefy now.
I mean, like even Arc Knights, what are they? 1 to break the shield and 3 shots with an Arbalest? Like, holy cow, man.
I was taking 2, but I mean, like, it was like a perfect health amount.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if getting a headshot. I don't know if getting a headshot when you break the shield matters or not, but
yeah, I don't know. I was pretty much just like in shambles. How was Saber? Just like you remember it, or
pretty much. I mean, stuff is a little bit beefy now. I do not recommend any of the exotic bows other than the Monarque.
Yeah.
Just because they're just not consistent.
Yeah. I seen you weren't on Tiku, so I was like,
I tried Trinity Ghoul, and Trinity Ghoul's fantastic. Like, if you're in a group, Trinity Ghoul's fantastic, because then you aren't the main overload person. Somebody else is going to probably run the Monarque.
Yeah.
But using Trinity Ghoul specifically for the overloads, it eventually, there's going to be a point where, even though you're plinking away, the overload's just going to go,
nope.
Nah, fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And it takes so many arrows to knock them down, and like, okay, well then you can shoot 1 arrow, stun him, and then try to get 2 snipes off or 2 linears off, and then go back to bow, and then, but again, it doesn't matter. Like, there's going to be a point where the overload just says fuck you and just walks away.
Yeah.
With 13 arrows in his head.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if that's not like that Striga problem.
I'm sure it's related, or like just the extra effects for some reason
The poison
don't play
tick
nicely
or whatever.
with the champ stuff. The boss, like, the boss is a little bit tankier. I kind of remember being able to just use the super. Now, granted, I don't remember if I used rigs or not to get a 3rd shot.
Oh,
but I seem to be able to remember you could use the multi-shot tether and then like 1 magazine of linear right when he transforms.
Yeah.
And he's practically dead.
Yeah.
This time it was the 2 shots from the super and like 3 magazines, and then he was almost dead.
Yeah.
So I ran several loops around the room. You got to remember to, while you're running around, pay attention if snipers spawn. You probably want to take them out, because even with double arc resist, if even 1 dings you, that's like 75% of your health. So if 2 happen to ding you at the same time,
yeah,
GG.
No, those snipers, those orange bar snipers in that first, you'd even taken a stray, shot with those, traveling arc bolts, and he dinged you, you're fucking dead. You're done.
Yep. So far, Devil's Lair is not too bad. Honestly, the hardest part I had was coming up with a loadout, because you do want all shields covered. And I really didn't feel like using RB.
Yeah, especially with having overloads. Why? I kind of wonder if you could get away with void, like the commemoration or the void machine.
So I tried machine gun.
Nay.
And using that as my overload. No.
You think it's viable in a team of 3, or?
Again, team of 3, yes, absolutely. Solo, no way. Or at least in this one, there are too many overloads.
Yeah.
To be relying on a heavy to do it for you. And then I think I got very, very lucky that when I had to reload my swarm, that he was still not healing by the time that got done.
Yeah.
I'm actually using solar to cover the solar part.
Oh fuck, that's right, solar. Oh goodness. Maybe I'll just move.
I mean,
Maybe I'll just move to an
the
Arc
first
Titan
couple-
and just try to bully stuff with storm grenades.
The first couple wizards, you can definitely, if you kill literally everything else except the overload, since the overload shoots solar, he will break their shields for you.
Mm.
He'll murder them for you. But the ones that come in like wave 2, they're a little tougher to get their shields broken down, and there's several of them, so good luck trying to like plink away with a primary energy weapon and hope that you can break their shield.
Yeah.
So that's where the solar came in. And I mean, honestly, with this one is just stay away. Like I mean, I'd not really doing anything different than if I was using invis, other than maybe probably be a little more aggressive if I had my invis, as far as like pushing up to get like a kill shot or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not. It's just a standard slow, boring, and steady.
I mean, my God, that fucking wizard, by Jesus Christ. Did you end up using the top strat like in 3-man? Or?
Yeah.
So,
for the most part.
What I found, and this was purely by accident, is I went down below, and there's a little box on the edge of the platform, and you can just head glitch her just perfect. Hit her with that RB shot and swap to your heavy or keep shooting RB or whatever you want to do. The ads only come out like 3 at a time, so you get 3 regular, 3 boom, and they make a lot of noise when they come out, so you just dodge, fire a little bit, make sure they know where you're at, then they group up, invis again, grenade.
Do they all only come out up top with her, or are there any that come out at bottom?
Occasionally, when the knights come out, there is a knight that comes out that left door. But, most of the time they like to come in and make a grand entrance, and roar and lift their arms up. And so, I mean, like, you have time. But I basically took all the knights down from down below. And then once in a while, the ads would come down, or I'd have to invis and go up top and get RB ammo. But, like, for the most part, the top strat was eating me alive because I was only using half the room. Well, then anytime you try to, like, kill any ads, well, she fart clouds or something, and then you're kind of just like, well, I'm dead because I can't move, And even if I try to invis, I can't get out of the way, and the 3 ads that were close enough melee me, and I'm dead, But
yeah, generally, anytime I left that platform, I was always making myself invis first.
I mean, I would too,
kind of like assessing.
I would too, but it just got to the point where it's like, you're just rolling the dice too many times. In my opinion, rolling the dice, like asking to die or asking for trouble. But yeah, I mean, honestly, that Boomer Knight in the room before that, like up top, he was the son of a bitch. The second room, killing the first barrier with all the the hive and all that stuff, that got to be annoying. But I could have just been a product of rushing it too.
Yeah, I generally ended up with one of the 2 barriers aggroing me right away, and the other one would go and fight the hive, so I could kind of just fight him first and then push into the room, get the second one. And I was just honestly more worried about getting the wizards down while the Fallen were fighting. I mean, if he shielded, I would break him so I could get the vandals.
Yeah.
But I wasn't particularly worried about the barrier itself. Until I got some more stuff down.
That one fucking group of hive that came in with like 6 or 7, maybe 10 thrall, and then like the 2 boomer knights.
Sword knights.
Like, I was saving my tether for that. Like, I would use the tether right away and then save a grenade and man, those guys they were aggressive. I did many laps around the room being invis, like taking a shot or trying to separate the knights so I could slam on the the other guys, and it was just like, oh my god, man. Alright, I suppose all in saber time. I'm not looking forward to those 2 fucking rooms.
If you want to know the loadout that I ran, I had Monarque. I ran a sniper for barrier, and then and a sniper it's going to be a 2-shot if you don't crit. And then the pitch glass
Mm.
for the heavy. I would not. In general, I wouldn't recommend Storm Chaser just after all the testing I did in Disgraced, because while it's technically more damage overall, unless you're, the greatest player ever that never misses a crit, you're probably better off with the pitch glass.
That was kind of my opinion, that pitch glass is great for single shots. Storm Chaser's great for div and Keitel.
Well, I mean, not only that, but like in the boss room, you want to be able to be quick. Like even just that one shot, like just how slow that thing is with the doot doot doot.
Yep. No, you
want to be able to just pop and go if you need to. Generally, I tried to just get enough space in between me and the boss that I could get most of a magazine off and like do it right after I took care of snipers. But
does the Monarque feel good, or does it feel like shooting a bow?
Monarque feels fine.
Yeah.
It's just it's very obvious that enemies are beefier this go around, so I think the Monarque feels pretty good still.
How much do you fear Lightblade?
On a scale of cowering in the corner, pissing myself, and running off a cliff willingly, jettisoning myself into space.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun. Yeah, I don't care about your story. I'll listen to it on somebody else.
I can confirm that when you summon the ships in the tank area in Devil's Lair, that if you destroy their guns, unfortunately it's not the same ship each time. It's a new ship.
What do you mean? They've always been new
I mean,
ships, right?
I got bored, so I destroyed one of the gun sets.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'll see you the next time and see if it's the same ship and if it doesn't have guns. No, new one had the next drop off had guns.
I kind of always thought they did, didn't they?
No, I mean they always do. I was just I destroyed the set on one, and was just curious if like they recycle the same ship, or if it's a brand new one when they come in. And it's a brand new one. I was thinking maybe if that would be a nice way to like ease some pressure on subsequent spawns if you went and destroyed the guns right away.
Did you ever go get a flag, or did you ever come out?
Go get a flag or what?
In like the public event flag?
No.
I actually did the public event the one time as a horse set because I had no heavy and like 4 shots, and I was like, yeah, I can't take both of those nights with that kind of like,
Yeah. No, I think generally I think I was usually about 5 heavy shots short whenever I got to that part.
How many if you stunned like a servitor, how many shots did it take you with pitch glass to kill him outright?
On this
like say you hit him with a heavy shot,
4 or 5.
you hit him with a heavy shot, break him with arbalist. What do you think it was? 4 or 5?
One heavy should make him want to shield. You can possibly get a second shot off if you stagger him and you're feeling good there. But probably just do like if you get 1 crit, he'll barrier, break him, and then probably about another 4 shots.
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 for me. So depending on, wow. So that was So yeah, I don't think Vorpal really makes that big a deal then. Big a difference.
Well, how much are you hitting on yours?
Consistently 31 if they were debuffed with a...
That's interesting, because I'm hitting 32 with... Oh, never mind. I think, does mine have... No, mine doesn't have Frenzy.
Huh.
I just have the Rapid Hit and Bolt Shot. I would have expected you to be hitting around like 36, 37. No, sorry. It's 10%, so 35, 36.
Well, Monarch does feel good.
Yeah, the Monarch's still a Monarch. Like, no issue there. Also, be careful on subsequent runs. After the very first attempt, I had to U-turn because for whatever reason it wasn't triggering the like hitting the spot to make the warsat fall.
Okay, like you just went there, you
So-
just got there too fast, or?
I guess. Like I'd just get there and it'd just be like, reach the distress signal coordinates.
Well, I'm here.
And then I'd backtrack, and then once I backtracked and got to basically right where the zone transition is, the warsat would come in.
I would like to go back through and do Novoto with like with a Titan, with storm grenades and shit, and just see how fast I can bully, or even if I can even live. I look forward to Berserker and I's 2-man with Stasis Titan. Just go stand up on that ridge and just beat the shit out of her. Well, at least on that week we could do 2-mans then, whenever that.
Mm-hmm.
Coyotes are excited.
What the fuck is the tank shooting? I think I got an effective tank. This thing's been an absolute moron this whole time.
Did you never aggro it, or?
I didn't aggro it until I had literally everything dead, including the overload and the ads that come out like literally to its side,
Yeah.
like on the left side.
Yeah, I thought about just sitting in the back and bowing it to death and never.
Well, I think once you shoot it, it will start aggroing it, and like it will start trying to shoot you if it, you're in
Yeah.
line of sight. But like it, for some, like I've honestly spent most of my time on this left side.
How are
The
the Briggs?
Brigs were fairly easy. I went left, killed the left one first, because if you go way, way to the left, you can use the broken support beam
Oh yeah.
for pretty good cover to like bounce left and right depending on what gun he's using. And then when he went airborne, he actually ended up in the structure, so his mortars couldn't do anything. And then by the time I got done with that, the right one had pushed up so far, you could use the stairs that are between the two buildings,
Yeah.
like the one that's in the back left, and then the one that's in the center there. There's stairs that go down like in between those two, and I used that and shot the other brig to death from there. Just bowed it until it broke, and then like on the right one, I think I did use heavy. On the left one, I didn't even need to, because I said when he went airborne, his mortar was he pulled a Warlock Nova Bomb, basically.
Oh my god, bowing these yellow bars from distance. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator hunt this guy. It's like we're both invisible, just randomly like map.
I kind of enjoying running Oak Keepers on this one,
Oh yeah?
considering how far at range you are. Like sometimes it takes a bit to line up that headshot, and knowing you're still gonna poison the hell out of everything when you hit it.
I have so many heavy bricks on there. Note to self, I'll both keepers. Why aren't you stunning? Oh, because you're teleporting all over the map. Wasn't too bad. 70 bow shots later. I hear you, melee invis boy. Okay, I think we can progress the first. Oh, no, I see you.
Not gonna lie, the squish on the Monarque headshot is pretty satisfying.
Got a couple times here where it just didn't drop it.
Alright, that is tank room cleared. Chibi Sam gets to move up.
Alright, I think everybody's dead. Oh no, I can hear that guy.
Alright, boss room, and I don't have invis, so just need to make sure I'm healing constantly. I didn't get him, but he's also in a great spot to begin with. Middle down, as I can. Really neat is for these guys to might just leave them alone. See if they'll link up. There we go. That's what I need. Stun both of them. Hey, Ellie. I actually am having fun. I definitely feel like Bungie has tweaked the scaling, so enemies are. Scratch it. The champions and the bosses definitely seem to be much more hardy than normal. I would have, we were talking like magazine and a half sometimes of like heavy or special to kill a champ. But at the same time, I don't feel like they're doing that much damage either. I feel like that hasn't been scaled up, so it's a decent balance. Still got to worry about snipers. But other than that, I mean, I'm running double resist, and then snipers will still do like 75% damage. Forgot this for a second. How are you doing? What have you been up to? Doing pretty good. Just vibing this evening. Nice. I probably want to get rid of at least a couple of these guys. At least the ones that have very easy lines of sight. Oh, the shank intercepted it. Okay, he ran back in. Because they actually wanted to get that on the sidewall in the container there. Heavy brick, thank you. Exploders don't count for the melee thing. Alright. I think I can destroy this guy and at least one, and that one alive. I know there's that one Arc cap wave out there. Looks like Shank's missing out. Unfortunate timing. gonna try again. Now he's just a melee guy, and he probably won't ever push me where I am over there, but you never know. I feel pretty confident there's nothing else, so. Time for Shanks to show up again. Actually, I guess decent time, at least I didn't kill that servitor yet. They're surprisingly good at not blowing up their buddies. One captain down. Wow, that didn't kill him. That's a fine. Like to finish in there. Finishers out in the open tend to be a death sentence. Monarque's probably really risky. Like, I've gotten killed so many times, just in like normal mode stuff, trying to throw that at enemies and them shooting it basically out of my hand. Need to make mental note not to do that again. Do that healing nade. A lot of fire coming my way. Nope. Hi. Hi, floating arrow. One. If I, how late or what can I gonna run tonight? I don't know. If I can get this done, I might see if Exodus Crash is viable to do in a few hours. If it is, I might push it, but that's probably as far as I go. Yeah, I'm not. You'd have to ask Lucky how far he's gonna run. Now he just got done with the Voden. Is gonna. He's giving Saber some runs now. Last time I went to pet you, I got killed. So let's give me a couple minutes, bud. It wasn't the boss I wanted here. Let's see if I can knock this one out and basically just like the first legitimate try after I selected a loadout. Okay, do we have anything down below again? No. Okay, I don't see anything. Wow, multiple. I guess from the servitors. Alright, let's see. So I'm probably going to want to get the blade barrage off early, as soon as it breaks. Maybe you want to throw the grenade. Special grenade a little bit early. And of course, Shanks show up just as I finish that off. Alright, so I guess we're gonna do this fight. Lair pretty much first try.